This is OZCAST. Join us walking down the yellow brick road and remembering the Wizard of Oz and Judy Garland and other fun conversations about the world of Oz. This is OZCAST.
Hello everyone, this is Aaron Castantine, and we'd like to welcome everyone to OZCAST, our Wizard of Oz radio talk show series that we have here on the website. I'd like to welcome everybody to 2009 as we have some great new shows coming up for everyone this brand new year. And also, as a new year has begun, we'd also like to welcome Joe Tucker from New Hampshire. How are you, Joe?
I'm doing fine, Aaron. How are you?
Very, very good. It's wonderful to have you part of our series, and
Oh, it's great to be here.
thank you very much. I would appreciate if you could tell everybody how you first watched the movie, about that circumstance, and how you got interested in the Wizard of Oz.
I would say it started, I think it was 3 when I first watched the 1939 musical of The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland. I think just the morals of the story, along with all the songs and everything, of course, got me interested in it. Later on through school, I would start reading the book. I picked up a copy of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by Frank L. Baum in one of the bookstores at my school, and I was very surprised on how different it was, and how in the book the theme that went out through was silver and gold, and how it was about politics and everything like that. And it kind of made sense due to the time period that was written in the 1900s.
Right. Wow, that's very interesting. So, when you first saw the movie, when you were really young, did you really appreciate it, as, of course, you were young at the time, and you probably think of it differently now, but did you watch it a lot when you were younger and then learn to really appreciate it when you're older, or how did that, if you can remember?
I watched it religiously.
That's really good. I think that's really neat, because nowadays you actually pretty much have the whole movie memorized, and I think that's really, really exciting.
I try.
Yeah. Also, something, Joe, if you don't mind mentioning, that's really exciting, and I know there's not much you can say at this time about it, but you are actually putting together a musical stage version of a sequel to the Wizard of Oz movie. And although it is somewhat more based on the books, would you mind sharing a little bit briefly about that to everyone? I think people would be interested in hearing a little bit about what you're putting together.
Okay. First off, the musical is called The Wicked of Oz. It takes off where the Wizard of Oz leaves off. It opens with Dorothy, Aunt Em, and Uncle Henry, and Dorothy just returned from Oz, like she does in the book, because she's gone missing for so many days, and they were searching for her. But the story's not centered about Dorothy. It's 100 years passed, and now it's present day. And the story circles the main character, Derek Gale, which is the great-grandson of Dorothy Gale. And I think a lot of kids can relate to him because he's in high school. He gets picked on a lot by everyone in his class, and he's like the teacher's pet and everything. And but he also is new to the religion of Wicca, and he thinks that it's all about witchcraft. So he tries to create a curse to place on the students, but it backfires, creating a tornado that whisks him into the land of Oz. And Oz isn't your happy-go-lucky place anymore where you would see like Judy Garland skipping down the Elbrook Road. Munchkinland is like a battle zone, and there's like total corruption throughout the whole entire landscape. And Glen of the Good is trying to restore peace and harmony, but as a lot of the musician, and she just makes promises that she doesn't keep. So you just follow Derek throughout the whole entire show and how he learns about himself, and what he really wants is to find a place where he belongs, and he ends up finding it where he belongs. I won't really give too much away, but you meet some old characters, you meet some new. The second male character, Tom Curtis, is a sailor from the Royal Navy. He got washed overboard and washed up onto the shore of Oz, and you get to know a little bit of his story.
Right.
And so that's pretty much it. I think it's a good tribute to the Wizard of Oz, and it's also I think it's a good spin on it. The music and everything, I've been working on it for over a year, since last December. So.
Wow. That's excellent. And, of course, all the music is original, and you've already been writing orchestrated pieces to this music, is that right?
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
The music is all original. It's I have different genres of music per character, give them more of a voice, and I also incorporated bits and pieces of the original score in some of the songs, like in "Where Do I Belong" that Derek sings in Act 1, where he talks about how he longs for a place where he can be accepted and where he could just like be who he wants to be. And in that song at the very end, the climax, "Here It's Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
Right.
As like a
wonderful.
salute to Dorothy Gale.
Yeah. I really like that. I think that's really exciting. Continuation of your production will go well, and I'm sure that as you continue on it, it will get better and better.
Yeah, I hope so too. I plan to have it performed in sometime in the spring, and hopefully I'll have one of my colleagues. What was that?
Of 2010 or of this year, 2009?
Of this year, 2009.
Okay.
And I plan to have one of my colleagues film it, and I hope to put it on YouTube.
Very
Once
good.
I get the copyrights for it.
Yes, absolutely. I was also wondering if you can go ahead and also explain some things about your thoughts on the Wicked musical. And of course, as everyone knows, we've already done some shows on the musical, but I think I would appreciate to give your feedback on it, so you can let the audience know of your interest in Wicked and also what you think of the musical.
Oh, Wicked. My opinion, the best Broadway production I've ever seen in my life so far.
Great.
The story is so moving. It's just, I love it. The book, however, I wasn't a big fan of the book because it seemed like every other page there was sex and sex galore. And the musical version, it was more set on Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch. And their story about their friendship, it's like very believable, and how it incorporates what happened before Dorothy dropped in and what happened after, and just like the story about like love and friendship. I would recommend that show to anybody.
Right. Me too. It's a great show, and although I unfortunately have not seen the show live on stage yet, I hope to hopefully sometime this year in 2009. But you have had the opportunity of seeing it on stage, and I know that was exciting. So how was it seeing it live on stage?
It blew me away. The music was just mind-blowing, especially the Act 1 finale of the song Defying Gravity.
Right.
Anybody who knows Wicked knows that song.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the most memorable.
Right.
But and of course everybody knows She Does Fly. And my breath was like kicked out of me. I could not breathe after that song. It felt like all emotion was like sucked out of me. I was completely blown away by it. And I remember my mom turning to me and saying, "Is it over?" And I was like, "No, it's just the ending to the first act." It was a great experience.
That is great. I'm sure you'll want to see it again too in the future, right?
Oh, definitely. I plan to try to get a few of my friends to go see it.
That's good. I think that's a good idea. I am also wondering, as you have grown up in the recent years, when you were younger, did you end up reading the Wizard of Oz books, the original books, or did you not read much of those until you were older?
I didn't read it until I got interested in writing the musical, The Wicked of Oz, because I had to use it as a reference, and I figured that I would give more about the book than the movie, so I just dug through my book drawer and I found it.
That's really, really good. Also, since our website is connected to it in a sense, and we greatly appreciate the website WaltDisney's.com, which is run by Aaron Schultz. If you don't mind giving your opinion and what you have to say about the Disney Return to Oz movie.
Oh, Return to Oz. That movie gave me nightmares.
Really?
Especially the scene where, I believe her name is Mombi.
Right.
And, Dorothy just walks past this hallway and she's trying to get the powder of life. And the head just wakes up because she knocks over a bottle and she just, like, stares at her, just goes, "Dorothy Gale," and then, like, all the heads, like, wake up and turn and look at Dorothy and they all start screaming as, like, the headless bottle. I was like, oh my god, this is a children's movie?
Right. Well, you know, it was said to be, you know, it was rated PG, but it was rated PG for scary elements, pretty much is what it was. But at the same time, when Disney promoted this film, they had very bad techniques because in the trailers, it was all made, the ones that Disney did, they were all made to look like it was a sequel to The Wizard of Oz or, you know, an exciting place that Dorothy was going to come back to, although there were issues with it. But they never really portrayed it to be frightening, especially one of the posters that they did made it look like it was a sequel, obviously, to The Wizard of Oz. Didn't give any hint of it being scary, and although, you know, yes it was, they didn't really want to show that, which was, you know, their problem. So, yeah. But we have a lot of that in the previous episodes that we've talked about the movie and tips and things. So, it did give you nightmares, but hopefully, overall, you did like the movie?
Oh yeah, I would recommend it to people. Just, I think it was very well done, but
Right.
I didn't expect it to be that scary.
Right. What are your thoughts on the musical score?
On the score?
Yes.
In my opinion, I think I could have done better.
Right?
Yeah, but that's just me.
Right.
Well, the music itself, it just didn't seem to fit some of the themes as music should. Like, it wasn't dramatic enough, and it sounded like something that Disney would do. And I don't know. I think if they had like a better composer to have like a better vision of it, I think the music would have been a lot better. But it did add a fairly good amount to the picture itself. It made it appear better. But I still wish that the composer had done a better job.
Right. Well, all I can say is, and I've said this before in the past on other shows, and people that have heard the shows know what I've said, but I will say again, the ending, which you don't know this at all, Joe, and I say it now, but the ending score to Return to Oz is the most beautiful instrumental piece of music composed that I have ever heard in my life. And it's just beautiful, and I love it. And that's fine that you think you can do better, but if you can, I think it'll be wonderful if you recompose it and let all of us hear it, and I'm sure that many people will just love to hear the new version.
Oh yeah, but I would just need to download the last scene.
Yeah, and that would be a good idea. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Joe, for your time today. It was great to have you here with us.
Oh, it's an honor. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome, and we'll look forward to having you back again very soon in the future. This is Aaron Tassentine.
And Joe Tucker.
Thanks for listening.
This is OZCAST. This is brought to you by Aaron Passantine. Learn more at the OZCAST.com.